Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture 248. I'm about to unpause now and see what this does, how this does. And I thought, I've been thinking a bit, as this is sort of a proof of concept, if this can work at all. I think I'm going to unpause and leave it running for a little while and see how Utopia fares, the town of Utopia fares in the long run with this system that I've designed here, and then throw away that save and go back. And if that works, do it again for the other towns, right? I also thought a little bit about this. I might not like it, but I am going to do a manual purchase of a bit of water here. So that we can get it going. 25 cubic meters automatically shown up now at power plant. Very good. Okay. Yes, are we ready to unpause? Yes, we are. Power came back online. That's fantastic. We're building stuff here. The small water well is pumping water. Is that going into the power plant? I think so. The sewage tank seems to be flowing out. Doesn't increase anyway. The import tank is keeping up. It's still, yes. So the small water well is doing its thing for providing water to the power plant. Is it not? This has a pressure associated with it. Maybe the pump isn't quite necessary then. I don't know. To verify that this is actually the power plant is getting its water from here. Turn off that. Yeah, it is. Good. Now we have a solution for getting water to the power plants. And now then, building is without drinking water. No resources. Missing chemicals. Right, chemicals. Chemicals, you say? Yeah, we have chemical factories, but they won't be working right now. Nah, because they need water too. Maybe I'll have to concede to importing chemicals too, for just a little bit to get until we get on our feet here. Building is without drinking water, and we have 1.48 tons of chemicals. That's not going to give us a whole lot of drinking water now, is it? No, it's not. Purchase resources using dollars then. Fine. Don't like it. What can you do? I will try and replace it with proper logistics as soon as possible. A small water well and the big water well, yes, it's building up here. And okay, yes, you're working. The quality of the output is 99%. Are you filling up the water tower? Maybe. 113 cubic meters seems to be flowing here per day. Okay. Is the town folk, do they have drinking water now? 83, 112 citizens, 71, 123 citizens, 200. Don't know. And now it is filling up here. Slightly. Though slowly. Speed it up a bit. We're going to throw this away anyway. since everyone else will die, most likely. Yeah, there you are. You have the water switch, splitting up the water from the water tower. Right, but the water tower seems it doesn't fill up. Didn't I put in 2 pipes up to there? Yes, I did. This thing is pumping away. Is this enough water for the town? How many? You can't participate in any sport, you can't get food, you can't get electronic, that we don't care about. No one is without drinking water. Lovely. In this building, 200 and something are without drinking water. It probably takes a little while for all this to... Sewage is filling 5%. Is that working? The sewage discharge? It seems to be working. Stuff's coming out of here anyway. Sewage pollution 50%. What the hell are you doing with the with the water? I don't know. Lots of people are still without drinking water. Why is this? Happiness is too low. Everyone is going to die. But we just want the town of Utopia to survive. If this proof of concept is going to work or not, that's what we're here to find out. Citizens' health is too low. Yes. But why is this so goddamn slow? Processing water. That's the reason it's slow, I think. It's because of the treatment plant. It does not do this very quickly. Why isn't it doing it faster? You have 10 workers with reasonable productivity. Not great, but not terrible. They should do a bit more. Yes, it should. They should definitely do a bit more. Like a whole lot more. Sewage tank overfilled. Health risk. I didn't think about that maybe. That also this, of course, has a sewage thing. What are you doing with... Sewage tank filling 110% at the water treatment plant. Can't be good. Okay, do one more of these then, and sewage pump. Put in one of these here. And one of the sewage tanks, since apparently that was not covered by anything that I already had. This work. Yes, that worked. You're no longer filled with sewage. And this one is neither filling up with sewage. Good, then it's getting pumped out. But we are not producing drinking water at quite the pace that we need to be. Why is this? The export here is full. The import here is full. It's the workers and their productivity then. But they are still 67%. Did they have time to get that grumpy in the short amount of time that they were without water? Possibly. Quite possibly. Another thing I might have to concede then is changing the citizen reaction level. That sort of would make sense to do in a situation like this to either reasonable or even small. Those will get some productivity out of the people. Okay, I'm taking notes here now. We're gonna have to take notes of what to fix after this proof of concept. One thing was, what you call it, sewage envelope, sewage for a treatment plant with the waterworks. It's really difficult to try and write in one language and speak in another one. But you can write in English too, it doesn't really matter. 200, lots of people are still without drinking water. It doesn't really fill up, and this is the problem. And boom, boom, boom. I don't feel like this is quite right. But it has, its input is full. It has full worker staffing. The productivity is around 70-80% for most of them. So we ought to be like about here with the production, wouldn't we? Maybe it is the export tank, the export pumping it up to the water tower that is too slow. That could be it. We can check that if we throw out the water there. Ah, that's it. I see. We need another pump. Maybe. Another pump to pump small water pumping station, big water pumping station. That is quite a high level that we want to pump it up to after all. And not do all three of these via the same thing. Oh, we remove that one and instead put that one to here, and also remove this one and put that one from there. That might, yes, that's more like it. Now we can't supply it with enough water instead, it would seem. 150 cubic meters per day, but this is supposed to be producing what? Your current production is 150 cubic meters per workday. Okay, why not more? I mean, this little unmanned thing. It does 3.6 cubic meters of water per workday. It was supposed to do more. Was it not? Small water well. Maximum daily production per worker. 70 cubic meters you're supposed to do? You're not. I know, no, it's fine. It's connected directly to the power plant, and the power plant does not use more water than so. That's what it is. Okay, are we getting the water tower to fill up? Look at the population, 51,000. Yes, it is actually filling up now. So an extra pump to water tower. Don't have we need to fix. And import chemicals to water treatment. Right. But otherwise, the town of Utopia, how are you doing? You're actually doing all right. All the other towns are doing rather terrible though, but the town of Utopia is not doing too bad. List of vehicles and building, list of cities, areas, all map population. Svenneman is down to 5,700 proper capital. Yeah, they're all dropping like flies here. Yes, but Utopia is not dropping like a rock. Utopia is actually doing quite alright. This has drinking water, and we're taking care of the sewage too, apparently. Okay. No, this wasn't too bad. Is this something that we can check with overlays, by the way? Now, yes, we could. Yes, we can. Water flow. Huh? Ah, very nice. Even the brewery is getting water, although we're not taking care of the sewage for it. So that's another thing that we'll have to take care of. Sewage for the brewery, sewage flow. Or sewage water pressure, sewage flow. Yeah, but if I want to see the sewage tank, water pressure, they have 5.3 bar of water pressure all the way out here. Very good. I did put it quite tall. This, as now with the second pump, it is filling up. We have a slight overcapacity. Nice. However, there is no overlay for how much sewage they have in their sewage tank, and the only way to find out then is to go around looking. But so far it seems as though the brewery is the thing that does not have. Now have 125% sewage there in the thing. Okay. Food factory also of course needs water. 97% quality of water you need. Can we do that with a substation, or do we need to bring a separate pipe to you? Oh, don't know. Water substation. Oh, it seems possible to do with a substation. That's also something to fix then. But we're doing reasonably well here in Utopia. Most of it is quite all right, actually. The sewage is not filling up. We're discharging it straight into the waterways here. What's it like then, the pollution? It's probably pretty bad. Actual pollution, yeah. Although it is already so goddamn bad all around here. I don't think it's going to get much worse than it already is. Nah. No. Not really. Now we can have a look at this graph here this year, the population. We started out with 79,000 and now we are down to 37,000. And it's only a matter of time until we have... Yes, that's also something to add to the to-do list for next time, is to change the difficulty level for the citizens. Citizen reaction. Maybe that isn't needed, but I'm going to allow myself at least a medium setting for the initial bit. Just as I'm allowing. Am I really allowing? Oh, I'm not. Wait, we'll do this a bit differently too. I'll allow myself an initial purchase of chemicals for this, but for the rest of it, we're going to have to buy it at the border and deliver it here with a truck. Do it properly. We can't get it out of our current chemical plants because we don't have any water in them. For the time being. Okay, so that was that then. I suppose I'll reload and fix these things that didn't quite work. And then it is to do it again for all other towns. Or we could just do it for the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture proper too, the capital that is, and then be happy with it for so far, and then do the rest of them as we've always done it, by building ourselves. It's pretty much deserted, and they don't have power. Oh, this is the second nuclear power plant doesn't work at the moment because it doesn't have. Well, we can do. This could be a good experiment to try and do. If we do a small water well, see if we can get this. If this actually needs a pump in between, or if it does work just like so. It needs a pump in between. Or if you put the pump or the well up on a hill, maybe. Building is not power supply. Yes, of course it is. It's a chicken and egg thing. Yes, we automatically make a little bit of water appear here. There you go. Now you're not without power supply anymore. And water is... No, it doesn't work. It is filling up here in the export tank, but it's not going anywhere. Now we don't really have a hill to put it on. Could we dig a hill? Put the well on? That makes all the sense in the world to do something like that. And now we're only experimenting here. One has to learn somehow. Citizen health is too low. Yes. What's this? Small water well. We put it up on the hill. It ought to flow downhill. It would stand to reason. And into the power plant. Although you don't have power, and that's not because you're without range of It might be because we're out of range. It's two things. You are without range, and you also don't have a. They don't have any water at the power plant anymore. But there you go. With the well up on a hill, it flows through gravity downhill into the power plants. Good to know. Which towns do we do this for, and which ones do we not? This power plant is pretty important. A lot of the nation is running off it. I mean, half of this is running off it. The prisons, all the prisoners have escaped, and they are out drinking water. And I think that we sort of need water for that one too, the power plant at least. But then if you don't bring water to the people living here, then we're not going to have any staff for the power plant for very long. No. No, we're not. Oh. Yeah. I was thought said, or they had any inkling that this was going to be easy. No. However, focus on the positive things. And the positive things that Utopia sort of fared decently well. I just have a few things to fix. And then try it again. So I suppose I'll fix those things until next time. And we need to do the capital too. And but something's on fire here. The orphanage is on fire. Firefighters are here, but they are so unproductive that they can't do anything about it, and children are dying. Too many criminals. Järn. And probably the prison break. Citizens' loyalty seems low. Really now? Is that so? If you look at the landscape here, we don't have like a good high spot to put the well and water tower on. Really? Nah. No, and it is also so goddamn polluted all over the place here that I don't really know where it would be a decent enough spot to pump the water out. Could it be that we're pumping enough water here to also do... This is full. Could this be enough to cover that town as well? There are fewer people living in the capital than it is in Utopia, right? And it's full. So maybe. Maybe, but yes, as I said about the second power plant, we sort of need that, but we don't really need it. I think we can run off the single power plant if I just connect a few things. Maybe. We're going to auto purchase the power lines too for that then. Don't like it. No. Don't like it at all. And a distribution office for chemicals from I already said import chemicals to the waterworks. least this thing is working. Right. We're down to 28,000 population now, and how we're doing as all map. It is Utopia is still at 22,000, so I don't think we've even lost people here, really. Average productivity is at 103%. They're doing great. And it might well be then that we actually have enough water here to also supply this place. And their sewage can actually flow by itself, I'd imagine, almost down here, and we discharge this into the waterway that we have here, where all the harbors are and everything is probably already polluted. We have probably had oil and diesel and things leaking all over the place for many years. For over 100 years, in fact 120 years almost, we've been doing it. We've been here and been doing this. Right then, that's it. I'll fix those things and reload, fix those things, and I'm not exactly sure, but it's like more of the same really to do this for Utopia as well. So maybe I'll do that on my own. And then we can think about how to do the rest of the towns. Well, another place, this place, Järn, is also goddamn important. Or at least Prison Mountain. Yeah, Prison Mountain and Järn, those are sort of inseparable, because the people up here are dependent on Järn for their shopping. So we would need water up here too, and we seem to have a little bit of a traffic jam here. That's because they don't have any power. But this is easily fixed. It is in fact easily fixed, because all we need is a high voltage line that goes from here to here. There we go. Oh, the gas station has electricity again. Yes, but it does not have fuel. And the cable cars are running. Not that it helps. Okay, so both the capital and Järn really need water. Okay, what we do then? What we do then is we turn off the possibility for people to move into these towns, Dalfolket and the mountain people and the tourist resort. We should probably ground all the planes, because they will be... Oh god, that's a lot of bother. I tell you, the frame rate has picked up quite a whole lot here with 26,000 population. Well, how much is it actually? Quite a bit more. Yes. To do this for everything, auto purchasing, or to do it... the plan was from beginning to do it for the people, but then to build for industries. Yes, I'll stick to that. But then that means doing all of the towns. All of the towns. Yeah, it does. But I'll fix that until next time, I think. Then we can be doing it for industries. Yes. It just didn't turn out as bad as one could have imagined. At least not for the town of Utopia. Everywhere else, though, it turned out pretty damn bad. Yes. Thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This was an exciting one. There's something burnt down. The food factory number 2 in Bongni. Why would that burn down? You don't have you have helicopter fire protection. Don't tell me that you need to get your water from here now and that you can't pick it up from out of here. Yes, you must be able to. Huh. There are still a few things to figure out about this. Oh, and the farming, yes, the livestock farm, meat industry. They also need water, but we can be without meat for a while, especially on the medium citizen reaction. We can be without meat. What now? An enlarged construction office burnt down. What's going on with this? Why isn't the helicopters taking care of this anymore? Is it so that with water management we need to bring water to the fire stations even if they have helicopters and they previously were able to just go and get the water from a place of water? I don't know. It's time to leave. It's time to leave, and it's time to fix a few things. Did I put that in? Yes, I did water for the food factories because we can't be without those. We can be without water for the meat. We can be without the meat industry, but we cannot be without the food industry. That's going to be bad. What the hell? Everything is burning down here. The sawmill has burnt down. Yeah, there are no firefighters. Yeah, this has gone on long enough now with everything going to hell in a little bit of a handbasket, or what you say. So we simply quit that without saving. Thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.